Hello my lovely guys! Let's talk today in this video about village girls or small city girls versus capital girls or Kiev girls. Very often I hear from my followers and my friends that they think that girls in Kiev, this is a big city, this is capital, they are much more high demanding, and in general, you know, they are very luxury girls, and for sure most of the men, they want to have modest girl, and that's why they decide that we need to search somewhere in the villages, or we need to search in small cities, because most likely this girls is very different from Kiev. I was thinking about it by myself, and I just want to remind you that I, for example, also is not Kiev girl. I actually girl from exactly this small city which you're talking about. So you can see some kind of example, but I was thinking about this, and I got one thought which I just want to share with you. So how are the things? First of all, Kiev, this is really big hub of everybody. So a lot of girls from villages, from small cities, they're going to study to Kiev. And it doesn't mean that studying in Kiev is, for example, more expensive than in smaller cities, because Kiev has so many universities. And if you want to study some specific things, yes, if you want to study management or law, you can find it everywhere. But if you have some chemistry, medicine, or you know, some geography or something like that, or many things, actually something related to soil, some of them you can find only in Kiev, for example. So regardless from you are from small city, from big city, from village, you will go to study to Kiev because you need this occupation. So Kiev is a big hub of all kind of girls. Kiev girls, luxury, village girls, I don't know, any kind of girls, you can find them. But the problem is where you are looking for them. So for sure, if you are going to luxury nightclub to meet girls, the village girls is not going to such nightclubs. But if you want to meet village girls, go just to the dormitory of some of university, for example, and you will find them there. Or they actually, after finishing university, they stick to Kiev and they try to find some job, and they try to make much more money actually, then they will back to village and they will have nothing to do there at all. So you are not a little bit, you're a little bit wrong actually about idea of the Kiev girls. Again, I just want to remind you that Kiev, this is a big hub of everybody. You can find all kind of girls, village, city, stupid, smart, and rich girls, poor girls. Everybody you can find in Kiev, all is available. And now about smaller cities. For example, like me, I'm from regional center, so I'm not from very small village, but my city is not big, you know. So what I noticed in our city, in general, I have 300,000 people living here, but in reality, you know, we are a really big village. Most of the people somehow know each other, and there is one culture in our city. So for example, if something is fashionable, some kind of dressing, let's say, it's fashionable for everybody. So such small cities, they don't accept different opinions. For example, in Kiev you can find girls which is dressing in any kind of style, sports style, sexy style, romantic style, and so on. So everybody can express their style, their attitude, and Kiev is very open city, so nobody will look at you like you are dressing very weird, or you are behaving very weird, or you are a very weird guy at all, because it's very open city, you know, open-minded. You can do what you want. In smaller cities like mine, for example, these cities are usually more, like you say, traditional sometimes, and they're not so much open-minded. So there is these things only like this, and this is nice. If you are doing something else, you are a very weird person at all. So, for example, for marrying a foreigner, in general, this is something really abnormal, let's say like that. I don't say that this is bad, but this is not normal. So for sure, all people will look at you like, oh wow, you decided to get married with foreign guy, what is this? This is very weird. So in Kiev, this still acceptable, because, you know, as I told you, Kiev is very big. There is so many foreigners, so many people. Everybody's doing what he wants, and this is actually fine. But to smaller city, you know, it is very weird already by default. Plus, if you're marrying like American or Western, like European guy, it is still fine because at least they look the same. So even if you will walk on the street with him, it's not from the first look understandable that he is a foreigner. But if there is some guys from Asia, for example, or Africa, like black guys, this is something extremely exotic. I don't say that this is bad. I don't want to say that people is racist here, like somebody can think. No, this is not bad, but this is very weird, you know. And if you're looking for the girl with traditional values, which love to be modest, because you say that I want to go to small cities, which is so, for example, for modest girl, the very normal thing is actually live exactly in her culture and following all the things which is acceptable for her society. So imagine this very modest girl find a black guy and bring her to her city. This is something crazy exotic, and this is crazy abnormal. Again, I don't want to say something from the racist point. I'm talking this from very exotic point. So she already must be very open-minded. She already must be not care about community opinion at all, because for sure if she will walk on the street, all the city will look just on her. Wow, what is this, what is this, look at this girl. Same about Asians, same about, so even if you're American but you have Asian look, you need to understand that this is for small city, for modest girl, for very traditional girl like everybody want to have. This is something very weird. And you know, I think that even if she love you, really, if she not love, maybe she has some feelings to you, but she will feel herself not really comfortable with you walking on the street, meeting the friends, presenting to relatives. Again, if she is very traditional and modest, because this is something very exotic. So you need just to understand this. Maybe a lot of people who is living in USA, for example, they live in multinational society, and USA, they try to support it from so many ways that no way you can say something about black person that he is black. No way you need to see that Asians, blacks, anybody, they know that we are Americans and this is fine. But in Ukraine this is not the case. In Ukraine we know that we are Ukrainians and this is fine. And if there is anybody else looking not like Ukrainian, this is already he's already catching all attention. Again, I don't know, 1000 times, I don't want to say that people think something bad about you. It doesn't mean that people is racist. It doesn't mean that people will not like you, but you will catch all attention. And for a girl who is modest, catching all attention of the street, it is not something which she really want to have, and this is not what she really like. So you need to think about it again. What means modest girl? How this modest girl behave? And that modest girls usually they are not really open-minded, because if you are very open-minded, you cannot be very modest. This is what I think. So this is a small city girl, and Kiev girls. You can find modest girl in Kiev, but she will feel herself in Kiev, in this open society, much easier with you. Anyway, this was only my thoughts. Maybe I'm not right. I don't want to say that I'm right, but this is my thought. So if you have what to add, or if you have what to comment, or you have such experience, just let me know how the things, and maybe I will change my mind as well. Okay guys, I love you all. Bye bye.